Why are some people attracted to the same sex? What determines sexual orientation? These are questions that have intrigued scientists, sociologists, and individuals alike for decades. While social and cultural influences undoubtedly play a role in how individuals express their sexuality, a growing body of scientific evidence points to a deeply ingrained biological basis for sexual orientation. This isn't a matter of choice, but rather a complex interplay of genetics, prenatal environment, and brain structure that shapes who we are attracted to. For many years, the notion that homosexuality was a lifestyle choice or a mental illness prevailed. This misconception fueled discrimination and prejudice against LGBT individuals. However, scientific advancements have helped dispel these harmful myths, demonstrating that sexual orientation, much like other aspects of our identity, is an integral part of who we are, shaped by forces present long before we are even born. In the following sections, we will delve into the fascinating world of biology and explore the compelling evidence that supports the biological underpinnings of sexual orientation. From the intricate dance of genes to the delicate balance of hormones during fetal development, the answers to this fundamental aspect of human identity lie within our very biology. This journey into the science of sexual orientation is not about pathologizing or judging, but rather about understanding and embracing the natural diversity that exists within our species. It's about recognizing that being LGBT is not a flaw or a choice, but a variation as natural as having blue eyes or brown hair. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence supporting the biological basis of sexual orientation comes from the field of genetics. Scientists have long suspected a genetic component to sexual orientation, and research in this area has been gaining momentum. A landmark study published in the prestigious journal Science in 2019 analyzed the genomes of nearly 500,000 individuals and provided the strongest evidence to date for a genetic link to same-sex behavior. The study, conducted by an international team of researchers, found that while there is no single gay gene, multiple genetic markers are associated with same-sex behavior. This suggests that sexual orientation is likely influenced by a complex interplay of many genes, each with a small individual effect. This is similar to how genetics influences other complex traits like height or intelligence, where multiple genes contribute to the overall outcome. The discovery of these genetic markers is significant because it provides further evidence that sexual orientation is not a choice, but rather an inherent part of an individual's biological makeup. While the specific genes involved and their precise mechanisms of action are still being investigated, the 2019 study and others like it have laid a strong foundation for understanding the genetic contributions to sexual orientation. Another critical factor in the development of sexual orientation lies in the womb, where the delicate balance of prenatal hormones plays a crucial role in shaping the developing brain. Hormones act as chemical messengers, influencing the growth and organization of different brain regions, including those involved in sexual behavior. Research suggests that exposure to certain hormones, particularly androgens like testosterone, during specific stages of fetal development can influence sexual orientation. For example, studies have shown that females exposed to higher levels of androgens in the womb are more likely to identify as lesbian or bisexual later in life. Similarly, males exposed to lower levels of androgens prenatally may be more likely to identify as gay or bisexual. While the exact mechanisms by which prenatal hormones influence sexual orientation are still being elucidated, scientists believe that these hormones can affect the development of key brain regions involved in sexual attraction and behavior. For instance, the hypothalamus, a small but crucial area of the brain involved in regulating sexual behavior, is thought to be sexually dimorphic, meaning it differs in size and structure between males and females. This difference is believed to be influenced by prenatal hormone exposure and may play a role in shaping sexual orientation. Moving beyond prenatal development, research has also uncovered intriguing structural differences in the brains of homosexual and heterosexual individuals. These differences, primarily observed in the hypothalamus and other brain regions involved in sexual behavior, provide further evidence for a biological basis for sexual orientation. One of the most well-known studies in this area was conducted by neuroscientist Simon LeVay in the 1990s. LeVay's research revealed that a specific area within the hypothalamus, known as the INAH3, was significantly larger in heterosexual men compared to homosexual men. This finding was groundbreaking, as it provided the first anatomical evidence for a difference in brain structure between homosexual and heterosexual individuals. While LeVay's research has been subject to debate and requires further investigation, subsequent studies have also reported structural differences in other brain regions, such as the amygdala and the corpus callosum, between homosexual and heterosexual individuals. These findings suggest that the brains of homosexual and heterosexual individuals may be wired differently, further supporting the notion that sexual orientation is deeply rooted in our biology.